Do you own a Tesla?
Wish.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Every single one has been recalled.
Cool.
Elon Musk, man.
Well, technically he didn't make it.
No, I know, but it's still his company.
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Acts of Korbin.
I'm Rick.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you for some Patreon follows. Twitter accounts covered like button. Today.
What is happening, Korbin?
You soiled yourself.
I did. Not wiping until we're done.
Today, we got this is kind of a documentary kind of thing.
Oh, is it about ducks?
It's a documentary.
A documentary?
Documented episode based off the cinematography of Jallikkattu. Read this name.
Gersh? Gangadaran? Is that right? Gangadaran?
Who did Jallikkattu, Vikram, Ramanchuram, Agamazli Diaries.
Yeah.
And
so this is a documentary of the cinematography.
Yeah, a short documentary.
All right.
Based off of the cinematography making of Jallikkattu.
Cool.
Which is one of the main reasons to watch
Yes.
Jallikkattu.
True.
Absolute breathtaking cinematography.
True.
Here we go.
ഛായാഗ്രഹണത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാന തത്വങ്ങളെയെല്ലാം ബോധപൂർവ്വം ഉപേക്ഷിച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള കഥ പറച്ചിൽ ഒരു ചലച്ചിത്രത്തിന്റെ പ്രകൃതവും ഇഴഗുണവുമായി മാറിയത് എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? സംവിധായകന്റെയും ഛായാഗ്രഹകന്റെയും ഉള്ളിലെ ക്രമങ്ങളുടെയും ആഖ്യാന രീതികളുടെയും ഒത്തുചേരലാണ് അതിനുത്തരം. കോമ്പോസിഷൻ.
Nice.
Is that a selfie stick he's got over there on the left?
No, he's
Oh, okay, he's setting fire.
setting fire.
Wait a minute. I think you're going to have one chance at that shot.
Gotta love the spotter.
Yep.
Nice. The drone shot of it. I like it.
What a breakthrough stabilization was.
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
കലയുണ്ടാക്കലാണ് യഥാർത്ഥ കല. ഒരു ഫ്രെയിമിനുള്ളിൽ വസ്തുക്കളെയും കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളെയും ക്രമീകരിക്കുന്ന ഛായാഗ്രഹണത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാന തത്വങ്ങളിലൊന്നായ കോമ്പോസിഷൻ എന്നത് ഒരു കലയുണ്ടാക്കലാണ്. ഒരേ സമയം ഫ്രെയിമിനുള്ളിലും ആ പരിധിയുടെ പുറത്തും രൂപങ്ങളെയും അവയുടെ നിരകളായുള്ള കൂടിച്ചേരലുകളെയും ക്രമീകരിക്കുക വഴി വ്യത്യസ്തമായ ഒരു ആഖ്യാന രീതിക്ക് കളമൊരുക്കപ്പെടുകയായിരുന്നു ജല്ലിക്കെട്ടിൽ.
പല ആൾക്കാരും മുകൾ സ്വഭാവം വേറെ ഒന്ന് ടൈപ്പ് ഒരു
Dosed, or whatever it is in Malayalam.
എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ മൃഗങ്ങളുടെ പോലെ ആയി പറഞ്ഞത് സാധനപ്പെടും വായയും കണ്ണൊക്കെ.
ഏലത്തോട്ടങ്ങളും കാപ്പിത്തോട്ടങ്ങളും നിറഞ്ഞ മലയോര മേഖലയും കാടുമൊക്കെ ലിജോ ജോസ് പെല്ലിശ്ശേരി എന്ന സംവിധായകന്റെ സിനിമയിൽ ആദ്യമായി കടന്നു വരികയായിരുന്നു. മനസ്സിൽ മുൻകൂട്ടി ക്രമീകരണങ്ങൾ നടത്താതെ അവിടുത്തെ ഭൂപ്രകൃതിയുടെ സവിശേഷതയെ അവിടെ വെച്ച് തന്നെ മനസ്സിലാക്കി ദൃശ്യങ്ങളെ ഒരുക്കുകയായിരുന്നു ലിജോയും ഗിരീഷും ചെയ്തത്. തികച്ചും യാദൃശ്ചികമായതും ധൈര്യത്തോടെയുമുള്ള സമീപനം. എല്ലാ ദേശത്തെയും രാത്രിക്ക് ഭീകരതയുടെ ഒരു മണമുണ്ട്. ഇരുട്ട് അധികമുള്ള രാത്രികൾ. വന്യജീവികളിൽ നിന്ന് രക്ഷ നേടുന്നതിനും ദുസ്സഹമായ കാലാവസ്ഥയെ ചെറുക്കുന്നതിനും ഉറക്കമിളച്ചിരുന്ന് രാത്രികൾ ഒരുപാട് കാണേണ്ടി വന്ന ചരിത്രം പേർന്ന ഒരു ജനത. അവർ ജീവിക്കുന്ന ആ മലയോര ഭൂമികയെ ചിത്രീകരിക്കുന്നതിന് രാത്രിയുടെ ഇരുട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഏറ്റവും അനുയോജ്യം. കാലദേശ ഭേദമന്യേ ഇരുകാലികൾക്കുണ്ടാകുന്ന രൂപമാറ്റം വെളിച്ചത്താക്കുന്ന ഇരുട്ടുകൾ.
ഇതിന്റെ അപ്പുറത്തൊന്നും ആളില്ല. അവരെടുത്ത് നേരെ നിൽക്കാം. അവര് ഈ ഗ്യാപ്പ് ഫില്ല് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. എന്നിട്ട് ഇവിടെ ഒരു മൂവ്മെന്റ് കൊടുക്കും. ഇവിടെ അവിടെ ലൈൻ പോലെ നിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ട് ആൾക്കാര്. അവരെടുത്ത് ആ കയർ എങ്ങോട്ടോ അങ്ങോട്ടോ അവിടെ മറ്റേ മരത്തിലിട്ട കയറല്ലേ അത് ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ വലിക്കാൻ പറ. എവിടെ
This is fantastic footage.
തയ്യാറെടുപ്പുകളില്ലാതെ താനെ ഉരുവം കൊള്ളുന്ന ദൃശ്യങ്ങളും സന്ദർഭങ്ങളും തന്നെയായിരുന്നു ലിജോയും ഗിരീഷും ആദ്യമായി ഒന്നിച്ച അങ്കമാലി ഡയറീസ് എന്ന സിനിമയിലും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. അവർക്കിടയിലുള്ള അന്തർധാര ജല്ലിക്കെട്ടിലും സജീവമായിരുന്നു എന്ന് വേണം കരുതാൻ. കേരളത്തിന്റെ ബാഡ് ബോയ്ക്ക് ഒരു ബോഹോ റാസ്കൽ കൂട്ട്.
Did they shoot on red?
Another great invention.
You know, a lot of camera people hate reds.
Yeah.
Because of how finicky they are.
Yeah.
They need to be handheld, even though they're great cameras. I found that a lot of them prefer other cameras because they're not as finicky. Still a great camera though, with a great shot.
Yeah.
I like this animation.
That's one heck of a platform they built in the trees.
It might just be
It could be a scissor lift.
I can't tell.
It's too dark. It may be a big scissor lift. That's one hell of a... I think that's scaffolding that they built.
Is this when they drop the camera in the hole? Yeah. I remember us talking about that shot.
Ready, master? Ready, position? Ready, roll camera. Action.
Can't believe they stayed down there for that. Also, is that an actual hole they dug?
It
Or are
may
they in
be.
like a drum? That's really deep. I think they're in like a silo or something like that. So perfectly executed the animal nature and
ജല്ലിക്കെട്ടിലുടനീളം കാണുവാനാകും. ചിട്ടയും ക്രമവുമില്ലാതെ ഓടുകയാണ് എന്ന് തോന്നിക്കുന്ന ഒരാൾ, ആരെയോ തിരഞ്ഞു പായുന്ന കണ്ണുകളോടെ ഒരു കഥാപാത്രം, ആരായിരിക്കും? അതെ, ക്യാമറ. മലഞ്ചെരുവിൽ നിന്ന് കവലയിലേക്ക്, കവലയിൽ നിന്ന് ഏലത്തോട്ടത്തിലേക്ക്, ഏലത്തോട്ടത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ചതുപ്പിലേക്ക്, കാപ്പിത്തോട്ടത്തിലേക്ക്, റബ്ബർ കാടുകളിലേക്ക് വിശ്രമമില്ലാതെ പായുകയായിരുന്നു ക്യാമറയും കാണികളും. വെറുതെ അങ്ങ് ഓടുകയായിരുന്നില്ല. സ്ഥലവും സാഹചര്യങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ മനസ്സിലാക്കി ക്രമീകരണങ്ങൾ നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള ഓട്ടം. ചലിക്കുന്ന ഒരു വസ്തുവിനെ പിന്തുടർന്ന് അതിന്റെ വേഗതയെ നന്നായി പ്രേക്ഷകനെ ബോധ്യപ്പെടുത്തി
And making you feel like you're in it, running with them.
ആ ഓട്ടത്തിന്റെ ലക്ഷ്യം.
It worked. If you haven't seen Jallikkattu, please see
ഈ
it.
പേര് നിങ്ങളെ തെറ്റിദ്ധരിപ്പിക്കാതിരിക്കട്ടെ. കാരണം മുന്നോട്ടോ പിന്നോട്ടോ വശങ്ങളിലേക്കോ മാത്രമല്ല, പാളങ്ങളില്ലാത്ത ചിതറിയോട്ടമായിരുന്നു വേണ്ടിയിരുന്നത്. ഛായാഗ്രഹണത്തിന്റെ മറ്റൊരു അടിസ്ഥാനമായ മൂവ്മെന്റ് അഥവാ ചലനത്തിന്റെ ഒരു വഴിമാറിയ ഓട്ടമായിരുന്നു അത്.
We have to take the shot again.
and he's got to run again.
We say it all the time. Cinematographers have one of the most physical jobs of anybody. Right up there with all of the crew and then the stunt people. What they go through sometimes.
കുണ്ടും കുഴിയും ചാടി മറഞ്ഞുള്ള ഓട്ടമാണ് മലയാള സിനിമയ്ക്ക് അധികം പരിചയമില്ലാത്ത ഓട്ടം.
സംസാരിച്ചോണ്ട് നിൽക്കുന്നു.
രൂപങ്ങളെ പകർത്തുക മാത്രമല്ല, അവയുടെ ചിന്തകളെയും അനുഭവങ്ങളെയും പ്രതിഫലിപ്പിക്കുക എന്ന ഉത്തരവാദിത്തം കൂടി ക്യാമറ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്ന ഛായാഗ്രഹകനുണ്ട്.
That's why POV is all over scripts. Gives you an idea of the point of view of what the audience is supposed to see and feel.
അതായത് ഇവിടെ കുറച്ച് ആൾക്കാർ എഴുന്നേറ്റ് ഓടുന്ന പോലെ തോന്നിക്കോട്ടെ, ഔട്ട് പോകുന്ന തോന്നിക്കോട്ടെ, അവര് പോത്തിന് ഓടിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ. പെട്ടെന്ന് എല്ലാ ജാഥ അങ്ങോട്ട് ഇവരിങ്ങോട്ട് വരും, ഇവിടെ രണ്ടുപേരും മാത്രമായി. അതിന് കുറച്ച് പേര് ഇവരെ പുറകെ മുന്നോട്ട് നമ്മൾ അവരെ അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്തേക്കും, അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അവര് ഇപ്പുറത്ത് എത്തിക്കോട്ടെ. ഇവിടെ ഓക്കെയാണ്, ഇതൊക്കെ ഞാൻ കണ്ടാ
Indians love doing this.
Wow.
Shout out to the spotters.
And they had to shield the glare where the sun was on that one shot.
Yeah. And then if it didn't come out, they're like, oh, shit. Gotta help him.
Yeah, he handed it off.
Oh, I thought that was going to keep going. That was a quick 15.
We could watch it for 15 hours.
That was a quick 15.
That was great.
Wonderful. I love those behind the scenes.
And that was a particularly good one.
Oh, shit. All my videos that I had prepared, I just exited out of. So we're gonna have to. Okay, let's talk about this first, and then I'm gonna have to figure that out. I know they have all my videos already picked out for the day.
He always has them lined up for the day. They're all gone now.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, that was fantastic. Those are my favorite kind of things. I wonder if that was the end of the shot right there, or because I don't remember, or if he was just taking a break.
It looked like he handed it off
there, and then they were going to give it back to him.
Yeah, it looked like he handed it off to an AD, another cinematographer. I don't know, but it. One of the other things when they were doing the night shots is it's this interesting dynamic that happens when you're working on a film, and there's something about being on set that makes you do things that ordinarily you might have a problem doing or might not be able to do at all, like staying up all night, going into cold water, being in a place where there's heights, being in a situation that would ordinarily be a phobia for you, but you're willing to overcome it. And the primary reason for that is when you're on set, you see how many people are depending upon everybody to do what they need to do that day, that if you let your own personal interests interfere with that, you're going to hurt the larger whole. And you're so willing, everybody in every position has to go through that. And you're just so willing to give up whatever you need to for the greater good. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to behold.
Yeah, and we say it many times. Obviously, I think directing and writing are probably the two most important aspects of filmmaking. I'm not saying every aspect of filmmaking is important, but if I had to pick two most important, but then probably right behind that is the DP, especially the DP director relationship.
Well, it's why
that's just why they often work together for life, basically.
There's a reason other award ceremonies do this too, but at the Oscars, there's a reason that it's not only honoring all of the disciplines of cinema, but each of the disciplines is being voted on by the people who are experts in that field, and that's the way it should be, and every area should be, because in great films, really great films like Poor Things I just saw, or Barbie, any of the ones that are going to continue to be on the nomination list, everything works. The acting, the writing, the directing, the score, the cinematography, the production design, the costuming. That's why they get Barbie, just for the Critics' Choice Awards, just got 18 nominations and broke the record for most nominations at the Critics' Choice Awards ever for any film. It's going to be a very interesting Oscars because there's so many different kinds of film. Just Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and Barbie alone are so different.
I think it's really funny the fact that almost no other like superhero movie ever gets nominated for an Oscar, but then the first Barbie toy movie makes $1 billion and gets nominated for so many Oscars.
It's amazing.
And I know Indians actually didn't appreciate Oscars, Barbie like Americans did, but it's understandable.
It's understandable.
It's very American.
Yeah.
And the humor was American. The references were American. Probably very similar to a lot of times when we watch films and we don't understand.
Absolutely. There's also a different perspective, for example, that Americans would have with Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Just like the Japanese are going to have a different perspective about Oppenheimer.
I'd say quite a bit of difference.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, the director DP relationship is fun, oftentimes because it's contentious. It's the way to explain it if you've never been on set. It's basically two directors on set. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, DPs are also directors.
Yeah,
directors are also DPs. So they kind of go hand in hand. So it's often like you have two directors, which is why it's so contentious.
Yeah,
oftentimes is because even though the DP knows that their director does have the final say, they both still have their opinions.
Yeah, and I'm laughing because the director is standing in between two different people. There's usually more than one on this side, but when it comes to producers and the cinematographer, the director is always telling them what the director wants to do, and they're consistently saying, you can't. Over here, it's that's going to cost too much.
Yep.
Figure out another way. And over here, it's that's not possible. Well, make it happen. This is what we want to have happen. It's going to take too much time. We're going to have too many other situations, or vice versa. The cinematographer says to the director, I want to do this. And the director says, that's not what's in my vision. And it's really fun to watch.
We are crunched for time.
Yeah, but what you typically have with the directors and the cinematographers that work together all the time, they work together. And you feel and see the difference on set because they already know what the other person's thinking.
Yeah.
I was doing background work on Sugar, which I don't even know what happened to that show on Apple.
I don't know. I've never even heard of it.
Colin Farrell's, maybe that was the working title.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
It's Colin Farrell's series. But there was an Oscar-winning director and cinematographer who've worked together for like 40 years, and watching them work. They have ESP. It's like they don't even have to talk to. They know exactly what the next person's going to do, and their whole team knows what's happening shot to shot. It's incredible.
And that was great. A lot of times it's I kept saying about the spotters.
Yeah.
Anytime the camera has to move, there's at least 2 to 3 people around. One, to make sure the DP doesn't get hurt, but also the camera does not get damaged because that's an expensive piece of equipment.
Yeah, anytime the camera's moving and it's not on a crane.
And you don't want the DP to have to think about the movement. You just want him to think about the shot, and everybody else can kind of... And anytime also, it's even little movements. Like there was a short I just did like a month ago, and all it was a backup shot, and then the
just
DP
a couple steps,
had to step onto an apple box. And there was like 3 spotters just so he can have a seamless step up, because they didn't want it to look like he was stepping onto something as well. It has to be like a seamless motion, but also you can't have the DP just tripping over an apple box either.
And if you
can't look back.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, you may know this, but there's
a
a video village area that is for a shot. For example, the running shot. Oftentimes a director will be sitting alongside camera, especially if there's crane shots or if there's tracking shots. They can sit right next to them and be looking. But a lot of the times there's a video village where they've got things set up, and the director and a couple of the other people who are there working with the director are watching everything on monitors that are showing you exactly what is being seen by the cinematographer in frame. And then they go back and they watch what they did, because you used to have dailies. I don't even know how many things are done on dailies anymore, because you can watch in real time the shot and make a decision.
Probably big ones.
I think producers see dailies.
Yeah,
but the director and cinematographer see those things on the day.
I think there's still dailies, but it's just bigger things.
Bigger things, and for producers.
That the big producers are not there.
Yeah.
They're not going to be there on the day usually.
And they get to see what's happening.
Too much going on.
Right.
So that's where I think dailies are still a thing, but also it's not as big as it used to be.
Right.
Because one, they could just send it to you also.
Can you imagine? I mean, it used to be back in the day when everything was shot on 35 millimeter or other, but predominantly 35 millimeter. You didn't see what you did until you got to the editing room that night and saw the dailies. You just filmed, hoped you got it, did another one for safety, and then looked. Hope we got it.
That's insane. Yeah, absolutely insanity. Anyways, great. Thank you so much for recommending it.
What a great thing. Yeah, I love it.
If there's any kind of documentaries like this about filmmaking, please let us know. We love that. Let us know down below.
Juice!